out here, baby. Shit. What's the business, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Reading with Shallow. What's up, baby? I'm Shallow. I'm out here. Yeah. Out here handling business, doing what it do. What it is, what it ain't, what we can and what we can't. That's what we're here to find out, baby. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Hey, 1,000 subscribers today. Oh, man. So we here back with part 27. This part 27, man. We trying to finish off chapter 13 tonight. Chapter 13 of the Black Jacobins, the Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Revolution by C.L.R. James, man. What's the business? What's the business? Oh, man. We're going to try to get a workout in tonight. I already been doing some. But, hey, we're going to do some more. I was about to go to sleep on y'all. I was about to say, let me go ahead and go to bed. Man, my beard look way grayer than what it is or what it look. But, hey, it's all gray. I'm out here. Salt and peppered up. Salt and peppered up. Seasoned. We making it happen, baby. I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. I hope you had a wonderful day today. And as long as you have breath to breathe, then you have all you need to succeed. So let's succeed. And that's what we're here to do. Succeed. We're going to succeed in the exercising. And we're going to succeed in finishing off chapter 13 tonight. Or at least trying to finish off chapter 13 tonight. That is the objective. That is the plan. So I'm going to try to read for an hour. But it may take us a little longer than an hour. Hopefully not. But man, we got to push through. We need to push through and finish off chapter 13 and then chapter 13 and then we get to the damn appendix. Then we can get to the appendix. This is all we got left for chapter 13. There's not much. I can finish it in one setting. I know I can finish it in one setting. It just might take a little longer than an hour. But hey, it's all gravy, man. We're going to shoot for it. As long as I still feel up and at 'em, man, we're going to shoot for it. Chapter 13, the War of Independence, man. We're going to try to finish that off, man. I'm going to try to add some extra shit to my workout tonight. I definitely, man, I'm full, but I need to work out so that way I could get that fullness off of me, man. Or at least get the nutrients going to the right places. Nah, man, my beard been out here. It's 9 years of growth. 9 years of growth on my beard. Shalom. Hey, my locks is pinned up. I was over that grill. Yep, the grill. I didn't want my hair to get burnt up. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and make it happen. We're going to make it happen with workout. We're going to work our body, work our mind, and work our body again. So I ask if y'all to do at least 50 things, man. I'm moving y'all shit up, man. It's about time for y'all to do more than 25 things, man. What up, Rob? R.I.B. Pro, what up? Yeah, I normally ask y'all to do 25 things, but shit, hey, it's time to move up from that. It's time to move up from 25 things from y'all to 50 things. Since I done moved my ass up to 250 things, shit, let's keep going. Let's keep moving and keep going. So without further ado, man, because I don't want to be up here falling asleep, we're going to go ahead and get this workout in. Since I was already working out, let's go ahead and keep working out, man. Let's go ahead and get this workout in, and then we'll go ahead and read. Let's go ahead and read and try to finish off the Black Jacobins and read about the insurrections, the revolutions, the killing of the pink folks while they was trying to kill the copper folks. The PFs and the CFs. Hey, it is what it is. We're going to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and give you 100 jumping jacks, and then I'm going to do 100 of some other shit on the floor. I don't know. It's going to be different from what I was doing the other day or the last couple of days, and then I'm going to do 100 more of this other shit with this 30-pound weight and 50 push-ups. We'll get that. We're going to try to run through it. We're going to try to rush through it. and then we'll go ahead and hit the reading. And we're going to read it and try to finish off chapter 13. So let's go ahead, man. Get your ass up. Get your fat asses up. Let's get in shape, man. Let's be better. Let's do our thing, man. Let's be better in mind, better in body, better in soul, better in spirit, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, fuck. I don't even want to do no jumping jacks. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't want to do nothing. But, hey, let's get it. Oh, I'm tired already. I'm so tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so very tired. Hey, let's get 100 of them. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Ooh, I can feel all that shit jumbling up in my stomach, man. Oh, I can feel it. Can you feel it? Oh, fuck. Let's get it. On the ground. Let's lay it down. Woo, woo. Let's lay it down. Now, I did not want to do that. I ain't gonna even lie. I did not want to do that at all. Oh, shit. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 2, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh man, I did not want to do that. Oh, I felt it. I felt that shit. Oh, it hurt. Oh, I'm tired. But we gotta keep going. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, baby. Oh, I ain't gonna even lie. This shit right here, man. Oh. Whew. Let's get it. We gotta do something though.
You never lose the weight just sitting on your ass. You never lose the weight sitting on your ass. You got to get up and move to make a difference, to make a change. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, my beard, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Now, I probably should be slowing it down. I ain't gonna even lie. But I'm trying to get through it. 36, 37, 38. Let me try to turn it like that. 40, I feel it more. 41, 42, 43, I feel it. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 53, 54, oh shit, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, shit, 61, 62. Now I'm starting to feel it where I need to feel it. 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Get off y'all ass. Do something. 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, almost there, 95, almost there, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, let's get up. Oh. And last but not least, baby. Last but not least, 50 push-ups. 25 up, 25 down. 25 up, 25 down. Let's get it. And then we'll read. 25 up, 25 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, shit, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 23, 24, 25. 25 up, 25 down, and then we done. And then we'll read after I catch my damn breath. 25 down, 25 down, 25 down, 25 down. Come on, Shiloh, you got it. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Make me fine, drill sergeant, make me fine. Make me fine, drill sergeant. Come on. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. 10 more. Come on, push it. 10 more. Push it out, push it out, push it out. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Woo, 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 woo. I feel it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh wee, I'm out here. Oh baby. Oh baby, I'm out here. Oh man. Whew, that's 350 things. I did 350. How many you did? Oh fuck. 350. I need it. I feel fat, man. I feel fat and full. Fat and full, man. Oh, man. Fat and full. Oh, man. Let me see what these people are talking about. Shalom, everybody, man. Shalom. Yep, I'm trying to get unplump. I'm trying to unplump and get plump. Oh, I feel plump today. All that food I ate today, shit. Oh, man. That's why I had to do some extra shit. Some extra shit so I can get that weight off me. But anyway, hey, welcome everybody who have been here or just came in. If you did your workout, your somethings, your 50-somethings, all praises, man. Give yourself a hand clap for that. Keep pushing one step at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So you can stop being unplump like me. Get your fat ass up and let's do something. Let's not be plump. Let's not be fat. Let's get fine and fit. Make me fine, drill sergeant. Make me fine. Whew. Man, hold up. All right. Whew. Chapter 13, or the rest of chapter 13. This is part 27. Whew. Part 27. Good job, Potato. If you did 45, that's good. Hey. Part 27. This is part 27 of the book, The Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, the Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Slave Revolution. It happened in the late 1700s, early 1800s. A lot of shit was going on. Bonaparte took place in it. We just read about a brother named Leclerc, and Rich Pence they were starting to reinstill slavery in Guadalupe, and also they was trying to reinstill slavery in San Domingo after Toussaint and Pichon, Dessalines, Mouzet, some other people had fought for the liberation of the Haitians, which they had won, and they had abolished slavery in that place, but now they had set a decree to put slavery back. So being that they were trying to put slavery back and that they had already taken Toussaint into captivity, and they was trying to get him away from the island because they knew that the things that they wanted to do as far as putting him back in slavery wasn't going to happen with Toussaint being close. And if he had escaped, he was going to wreak havoc on them boys, and he would have. But in his stead, he came up once they really realized that slavery was coming back from slaves that came from Guadalupe, and some of them jumped off the boat and swam to the island and had let people know what was going on. Man, look, they putting slavery back on us, boys, so it's time to fight. So people was fighting. They was getting ready to fight, and they was fighting.
So we're at the end of the book. We're at the end of chapter 13. Chapter 13, the War of Independence. Whew. Chapter 13. The balked greed of Bonaparte and the French bourgeoisie, their hatred of the revolted slave and who had ruined their plans, can be judged from the brutality with which they persecuted him. He landed at Brest on July 9th and saw his family for the first time since they had left Le Cap, and never saw them again. And not only Leclerc, but Bonaparte feared him. And Bonaparte feared too that the French Revolution, which he and his kind had stifled, and in the closed carriage and under instructions devised and carried out with the greatest rigor and secrecy, they hurried him across France, and Bonaparte, it seems, was afraid that attempts might be made to rescue him. There were no blacks in France to do this, and such an attempt could have been anticipated from scattered Jacobins stirred up to anger at the final degradation of the revolution and the restoration of slavery. But such fears were far-fetched. And at one town, such French officers who had served under him heard that he was passing through and asked to be allowed to salute their old commander. That was all. And on August 24th, with his faithful servant, Mars Plaisir, Toussaint was imprisoned in the Fort de Joux and situated on the Jura Mountains and at an altitude of over 3,000 feet. Now, Leclerc was writing his frantic letters charged with fear of the black leader, and he could send no evidence of which to accuse him. But governments do not need evidence, and Bonaparte did not murder Toussaint judiciously because he feared the repercussions in Saint Domingo of the trial and execution. But he was to be got rid of, and Bonaparte decided to kill him by ill treatment, cold, and starvation. And on Bonaparte's strict instructions, his gaolers humiliated him. What is a gaoler? Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it be. Gaoler. Gaolers. 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 His gaolers humiliated him. Gaolers. Let's see. I guess it's another word for jailer.
Jailer.
But it's spelled, the plural noun is gaolers. Gaolers. A person in charge of a jail. I guess he's like the warden. The warden, or the what would they be called today, man? I forget, man. I forget what they'll call them. But not a trustee. Whatever it is, if you know, put it in the chat. Humiliated him and called him Toussaint and gave him convict's clothes to wear and cut down his food, and when the right winter came, reduced his allowance for wood. And they took away his servant. Now Bonaparte sent his aide-de-camp, Caffarelli, to interview him to find out where he had hidden his treasure and what secret arrangements he had made with the British. And Caffarelli had 7 interviews with him and could find out nothing. And there was nothing to find out. Toussaint had no treasure, and he had not sold anything to the British. Now the regime tightened always, and his gaolers still, on Bonaparte's advice, watched him eat his food and watched him perform his natural functions, and they feared that he might escape and wanted him to die as quickly as possible, thinking that once the great leader was gone, their chances in San Domingo would be better. And he made medical attendance at first, but his gaolers soon dispensed with it. And the construction of Negroes being totally different to that of Europeans, I have dispensed with his doctor and his surgeon who would be useful to him. Now he was 57, and quite early he broke down, and he wrote long reports of his conduct and addressed letters to Bonaparte asking for trial, appealed to his greatness and magnanimity. I have had the misfortune to incur your anger, but As to fidelity and probity, I am strong in my conscience, and I dare to say with truth that among all the servants of the state, none is more honest than I. I was one of your soldiers and the first servant of the Republic in San Domingo. I am today wretched, ruined, dishonored, a victim of my own services. And let your sensibility be touched at my position. You are too great in feeling and too just not to pronounce on my destiny. And in a warning to the director, as in his proclamations to his soldiers and to his people, so now in his personal grief, the limitations of his political conceptions stood revealed. Now, the somber cadences in which he begged for trial are evidence of his fatal sincerity. And despite the treachery of France, he still saw himself as part of the French Republic, one and indivisible. He could not think otherwise, and the decree of the 16th Pluvios had marked in his mind the beginning of the new era for the all French blacks, and his experiences of French commissioners, his fear for his people, his hard sense of reality had driven him along the road of independence. But there was a limit beyond which he could not go. And he had a profound conviction that the French could never restore slavery in San Domingo, and he falsely believed that. And once the means of defending liberty for all were safeguarded, no sacrifice was too great to make the French see reason. And that was why his chief concern in prison was the fate of his wife and children. And about the future of San Domingo, he maintained an unshakable silence. His words to the captain when stepping on the boat were the last he ever said on that subject. And that maintenance of liberty for all had been his life's work, and the words and silence afterwards were certainly intentional. Now, shivering with cold, he was spending his first winter in a cell inadequately warmed, where the walls ran with moisture. His iron frame, which had withstood the provisions and fatigues of 10 incredible years, now huddled before the logs measured out by the order of Bonaparte. The hitherto unsleeping intellect collapsed periodically into long hours of coma, and before the spring he was dying, and one April morning he was found dead in his chair. There was no drama like the drama of history, and Toussaint died on April 7th, 1803, and Bonaparte must have thought that half the battle against San Domingo was now won. But in Toussaint's last hours, his comrades in arms, ignorant of his fate, were drafting the Declaration of Independence. For some months after November 1802, the National Army still carried the French flag. And in December, the rumor had spread among the French that the blacks and mulattoes were not fighting for independence because they still carried the French colors. To the end, this Dessalines summoned a conference that arcade from the red, white, and blue of the tricolor. And the white was removed. And instead of the initials RF, the Republique Française, liberty or death, was inscribed. And the new flag was unfurled on May 18th. And on that very day, some officers from the South hastened back to their commands, where were in danger of being captured by a French cruiser. And rather than surrender, Laporte, the senior officer, ordered the boat to be sunk and drew a pistol on himself, while the crew disappeared below the waves, shouting, "Long live independence!" And a few weeks after the RK conference, San Domingo learned that the war between Britain and France had begun again, and Rochambeau was cut off from the British fleet by the British fleet. Now, this was welcome news, but the San Domingo blacks now knew all that there was to be known about imperialism. The British policy was opportunist, and they attempted no hostilities against the coast towns, and they allowed American vessels to provision Rochambeau at Le Cap. They were probably waiting to see if Rochambeau could win a temporary victory, or at least in the part of San Domingo, when they could step in and capture it from the French. But in time, they threw their full weight on the side of Dessalines in supplying arms and ammunition. Now, Dessalines, however, saw no cooperation of any kind and paid both English and American spot cash for all they sold him. The war in Europe was a turning point, and Spanish San Domingo still remained quiet, but north, west, and south, the revolution for national independence drove the French out of the fortified positions they occupied and pinioned them pinned them in the coastal towns. It was a people's war, and they played the most audacious tricks on the French. One night, Leclerc wished to make a reconnaissance, and he heard at a musket's distance a low voice saying, "Platoon, halt! To the right, dress!" And this was repeated 20 times along the extended line. And soon he heard commands in Creole from several chiefs not to whisper nor to smoke. And the French made their dispositions and waited all night for a sudden attack. And when day came, they found that they had been the dupe of about 100 laborers. And these ruses, if one paid too much attention to them, destroyed one's morale. And if they were neglected, they could leap to surprises. And not only on land, but on sea, the blacks and mulattoes took an irresistible offense. And building light boats, they skimmed over the rivers and around the coast, attacking ships, massacring the prisoners, and carrying off plunder. And the French were helpless against them. Now the blacks ran their boats on shore, hid them, and carried on guerrilla warfare against the French soldiers, then disappeared to sail quickly down the river and appear unexpectedly at sea. They captured 2 vessels, one from Nantes and one from Havre, and which had escaped the blockade and slaughtered all on board. And the French, facing annihilation, defended themselves with desperate valor. But under the pressure of the attack of the blockade, a division broke out between the army and the local whites. Now Rochambeau, without money, levied heavy subventions on them, and the local whites rebelled. And they had been willing to live under Toussaint. And though some of them wished Leclerc had not come, being white, they had joined Leclerc's army and grasped eagerly at the chance to reassert white domination. But now that they saw their plantations destroyed, San Domingo in ruins, their lives in danger, and their possessions confiscated, they turned on Rochambeau and reproached him, some being anxious now only for peace with the blacks. And the struggle became hopeless for the French, hopeless in their own internal divisions, and hopeless in the numbers against them and the spirit which moved in the black army. The accounts must be read in the histories of Haiti and the memoirs of the French officers who survived. And on November 16th, the blacks and mulattoes concentrated for the last attack on Le Cap and the strongly fortified posts surrounding it. Now Clairvaux, the mulatto, was in command, and with him was Compois Death, a Negro officer, so called on account of his bravery. And from early morning, the National Army attacked, and in the afternoon, under a crossfire of musketry and artillery, Compois led the assault on the blockhouse of Breda and Chaplin, and shouting, "Forward, forward!" And the French were strongly entrenched and drove off the blacks again and again, only to see them return to the attack with undiminishing ardor. Now a bullet knocked over Compois's horse. Boiling with rage, he scrambled up and making a gesture to contempt with his sword, he continued to advance. Forward, forward! And the French, who fought on so many fields, had never seen fighting like this. And from all sides came a storm of shouts, "Bravo, bravo!" And there was a roll of drums, and the French ceased fire. A French horseman rode out and advanced to the bridge, and he brought a message from Rochambeau. The Captain General sends his admiring compliments to the officer who had just covered himself with so much glory. And without a shot fired from the blacks, the horseman turned and rode back to the blockhouse, and the battle began again. The struggle had been such a nightmare, but now all in San Domingo were a little mad, both white and black. And half a century later, Lemonnier de la Fosse, who believed in slavery, wrote his memoirs. But what men these blacks are, and how they fight, and how they die, and one has to make war against them to know their reckless courage in braving danger when they can no longer have recourse to stratagem. I have seen a solid column torn to by grape shot from 4 pieces of cannon, advance without making a retrograde step, and the more they fell, the greater seemed to be the courage of the rest. They advanced singing, for the Negro sings everywhere, making songs on everything. And their song with a song of brave men and went as follows. To attack, grenadier. Who gets killed? That's his affair. Forget your ma, forget your pa. To attack, grenadier. Who gets killed? That's his affair. This song was worth all our Republic songs. And 3 times these brave men, arms in hand, advanced without firing a shot, and each time repulsed, only retired after leaving the ground strewed with 3/4 of their troops. And one must have seen this bravery to have any conception of it. And those songs shouted into the sky in unison by 2,000 voices, to which the cannon formed the base, produced a thrilling effect. And French courage alone could resist it. And indeed, large ditches and excellent artillery, perfect soldiers gave us a great advantage. But for many a day, that masked square, which marched singing to its death, lighted by the magnificent sun, remained in my thoughts. And even today, after more than 40 years, that majestic and glorious spectacle still lives as vividly in my imagination as in the moments when I saw it. Now, it had stirred even such a hater of color as Rochambeau to a chivalrous gesture. And Dessalines, the local leader, was stationed on a neighboring hill, and himself known as the bravest of the brave, even he was overcome at the spirit of Capois and his men, and dumb with admiration, he sat watching the attack, twiddling his legendary snuff box in his hand, and a sudden torrential rain stopped the fighting. But it was the end, and that night Rochambeau held a council of war and decided to evacuate the island. Toussaint had been dead only 7 months, but his work was done, and of men who had cowered trembling before the frown of any white ruffian, he had made in 10 years an army which could hold its own with the finest soldiers Europe has yet seen. And there is no longer any doubt, my dear general, wrote the triumphant Dessalines to one of his officers in the South. The country is ours, and the famous who will have it is decided. And on November 28th, the day before that fixed for his departure, Rochambeau tried to come to terms for his men and ships with the British waiting from his outside the harbor. And the British made the harshest terms, and Rochambeau threatened to land at Caracal and retreat to Spanish San Domingo, which still remained in the hands of the French. And Dessalines warned him that if he did not clear out at once, his ships would be bombarded with red-hot shot. Get your ass out of here, bitch. Get him, Dessalines. Tell him. Now, since early morning, the furnaces of Fort Picolet had been burning, and Rochambeau had no alternative but to surrender to the British. And of 60,000 soldiers and sailors who had sailed from France, nearly all had perished, and the few who remained were to rot and waste for years in English prisons. And on November 29th, Dessalines, Christophe, Clairvaux, Pichon was ill, issued a preliminary proclamation of independence, moderate in tone, and deploring the bloodshed of the previous years. And on December 31st, at the meeting of all the officers held at Gonaives, the final Declaration of Independence was read. And to emphasize the break with the French, the new state was renamed Haiti. And Dessalines made an attempt to take Spanish San Domingo, but the French Revolution had never had any support there, and he failed. In October 1804, he had himself crowned emperor. Dessalines, Emperor Dessalines. And private merchants of Philadelphia presented him with the crown and brought on the American boat, the Connecticut, his coronation robes, reached Haiti from Jamaica on an English frigate from London. And he made his solemn entry into Le Cap in a 6-horse carriage brought for him by the English agent, Ogden, on board of the Samson. And thus the Negro monarch entered into his inheritance, tailored and valeted by English and American capitalists, supported on the one side by the King of England and on the other by the President of the United States. Now, early in the new year, 1805, the whites of Haiti were massacred by the orders of Dessalines. That's right, get their asses out of there. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. All histories are full of this, and a representative of the British government once threw it in the face of the Haitian delegate at a meeting of the League of Nations. How would he have been more cautious if he had known the part of his own highly civilized country played in his supposedly typical example of black savagery? Now, the patience and forbearance of the poor are among the strong bulwarks of the rich, and the black laborers of San Domingo had provocation enough from the whites to justify the massacre of 3 times their number. But up to October 1802, although they knew that slavery would be restored if they lost the war, they, poor wretches, still remained some traces of humanity, and even then, some of the whites might have escaped massacre. And all that the laborers wanted was to be left in peace, with the assurance that the whites would not seek to make them slaves again. But Leclerc's letters tell us that he had resolved on the war of extermination, that in plain words was the massacre of as many blacks as possible, and the drowning of over 1,000 in Lecomte Harbor at one stroke was no act of panic. It was deliberately done. This started the race war, that Rochambeau completed it by attempting to exterminate blacks and mulattoes as well. But the San Domingo whites, as they saw Rochambeau's policy and arms failing, turned once more to the blacks. And Dessalines' moderate proclamation of November 29th reassured them. And Dessalines even invited the white emigres to return and enjoy their property. And the blacks did not want their goods. And far from our minds is such an unjust thought. And the retiring French offered the whites places on their ships. They refused almost unanimously, and abominable hypocrites as they were, now that their last bid for supremacy had failed, they were willing to accommodate themselves to an independent black state. Why they were not allowed to do so was due not so much to the justified hate of the blacks, but to the calculated savagery of imperialism. Let us grant freely that Dessalines wanted to destroy all the whites, and he had arranged with Rochambeau to protect the French wounded. As soon as Rochambeau left, he massacred them. But Christophe had certainly no such intention, and all Clairvaux history shows him to have been a man who would not harbor any such ideas. But when the Congress met at Gonâves in December, there were 3 Englishmen present. One of them, Cathcart, an English agent, and they swore that the English would trade with San Domingo and accord their protection for its independence only when the last of the whites had fallen under the axe. And these civilized cannibals, in their greed for trade, wanted to drive a wedge between Haiti and France to break all possibilities of unity. And instead of using their influence in the right direction, chose to make these propositions to a people exasperated by centuries of provocation and strained to breaking point by Leclerc's invasion and Rochambeau's cruelties. This is one of the most infamous and unjustifiable crimes in all of its wretched history. And though there is no evidence the Americans were probably in it too, well, yeah, I can believe that. All through Leclerc's campaign, they took the part of the blacks, accused Leclerc of crime, treason, assassination, and sacrilege, and wrote in their journals of his perfidious machinations toward the unfortunate Toussaint, and generally were consumed with the virtuous indignation characteristic of the Anglo-Saxon capitalist whenever property or profits is in danger. Now that the great majority of the British people would have revolted in horror for such barbarism, there is no doubt. And as the vast majority of Frenchmen after 1794 disapproved of slavery, but today, as then, the great propertied instruments of their agents commit the most ferocious crimes in the name of the whole people, and bluff and browbeat them by lying propaganda. The first draft of the proclamation handed to Dessalines at the Congress was rejected by him as being too moderate, and the second, which met with his approval, struck a new note: peace to our neighbors, but anathema to the, what's anathema? What is anathema? Anathema, what anathema to the French name, anathema. Let's see what anathema is. Anathema. Anathema.
Here's the definition of anathema: something or someone that one vehemently dislikes.
But something that one vehemently dislikes to the French name, but anathema to the French name, hatred eternal to France. This is our cry. And Dessalines was crowned in October of 1804, and the white proprietors still remained untouched, and the black population, despite incendiary proclamations by Dessalines, incited them against the whites and did not molest them at all. And in January, the command was issued to massacre them all. But even then, no Holocaust took place. And in February and March, Dessalines undertook a campaign against the French in San Domingo, and he besieged Santo Domingo. And on the 22nd day of the siege, the town was about to fall into the hands when the French squadron appeared in the harbor, commanded by Admiral Missisi, and at the same time, the rumor ran that another French squadron was in the harbor of the Gonesse, and Dessalines, feeling that Haiti was menaced, raised the siege and hurried back home. And it was then that the complete massacre took place, and the population, stirred to the fear at the nearness of the counter-revolution, killed all with every possible brutality. And after the first slaughter, Dessalines issued a proclamation promising pardon to all who were in hiding. And they came out and were immediately killed. Sound like what them white folks did to them. Hey, justice. Get them all out. Hey, anybody left is probably going to try to put you in slavery if they had the opportunity. Dessalines did the right thing. He did the right thing. Even though it was by deception, he did the right thing. Yet, Dessalines took great care to protect the British and the American whites, and spared also the priests, the skilled workmen, and the officers of health. Now, Toussaint had written to Bonaparte asking for just such persons as these to help, and even the fierce and uncultured Dessalines, though with the marks of the whip on his skin, would have been willing to let bygones be bygones if there had been any semblance of good feelings or generosity on the other side. And this is not idealism. And we have Bonaparte's letter when he was about to direct his energies to the east. He was willing to let Toussaint govern them. And at St. Helena, he confessed that the expedition had been a mistake, and he should have ruled the island through Toussaint Louverture. And he had been convinced at last by the only argument that imperialists understood. The massacre of the whites was a tragedy, and not for the whites, for these old slave owners, those who burnt a little powder in the arse of a Negro, who buried him alive for insects to eat, who were well treated by Toussaint, and who, as soon as they got the chance, began their old cruelties again. For these, there is no need to waste one tear or one drop of ink. And the tragedy was for the blacks and the mulattoes. It was not policy, but revenge. And revenge was has no place in politics. And the whites were no longer to be feared. And such purposeless massacres degrade and brutalize a population. and especially one which was just beginning as a nation and had had so bitter a past, and the people did not want it. All they wanted was freedom and independence, and seemed to promise that. And Christophe and other generals strongly disapproved. And had the British and the Americans thrown their weight on the side of humanity, Dessalines might have been curbed. And as it was, Haiti suffered terribly from the resulting isolation, and whites were banished from Haiti for generations. And the unfortunate country, ruined economically, its population lacking in social culture, had its inevitable difficulties doubled by this massacre. That the new nation survived at all is forever to its credit, for if the Haitians thought that imperialism was finished with them, they were mistaken. Now Pitt, Dunbus, and the rest were very satisfied, and the wonderful colony of San Domingo was no longer a rival. Having failed to get it for themselves, they turned their minds definitely away from the West Indies. But France wanted the colony back, and only the war with England and the destruction at Trafalgar of the French fleet, weakened by the loss of all the sailors in San Domingo, prevented another expedition. And the French bourgeoisie bided its time, and always they planned to restore slavery. Marville, the bishop, who had been spared by Dessalines, acted as a spy and informed Bonaparte of the various fortifications and plans for defense. And the reverend gentleman, deprecating that his sphere was not the military art, modestly submitted to Napoleon an actual plan of campaign. And most of the blacks, he was sure, wanted to be slaves. Kill that boy too. Boy, if they ever find out, kill that boy too. Kill him too. But above all, in the colonies, with the difference of color and with their warm climate, religion was necessary to restrain the effervescence, of the passions. And without it, the blacks would again abandon themselves to their brutal instincts and would indulge in new exercises. And it is only by speaking to them in the name of God that one would henceforth be able to persuade them that the state of dependence in which they are placed is in the order of the divine providence. And nevertheless, after restoration, there should be an armed police and gendarmerie, mobile columns, patrolling all points, light boats constantly cruising in the harbors, and religion, as it seemed, was not enough. But they wanted that thing like Alcatraz. They wanted to shut that shit up like Alcatraz. Now, how to make these future slaves accept slavery? Another gentleman proposed that they should be taught to read, but not to write. And thus, they could read their prayers and improving books in which they would learn of the cruelties practiced by the Spaniards and the English on the Red Indians. And particularly, he wanted to put in how the English invited the Red Indians to celebrate a treaty of alliance and poisoned them in rum. Yet, another proposal suggested that an expedition should not only draw forth into activity the dormant and stagnant capital of individuals in France itself, but also attract moned men of other countries. Moned. Maybe it's Monade. Monade. Let's check the Terminator. Monade. Not Monet. M-O-N-I-E-D. Moneyed. Or it is also spelled M-O-N-E-Y-E-D, with the adjective being M-O-N-I-E-D, moneyed, having much money, having much moneyed. But also attract rich men or moneyed men of other countries. And this proposal came from England or America, for it was written in English, and the rulers of Haiti were to be pensioned and pardoned. Those who knew San Domingo, however, knew that there would never be any more slavery for the blacks there, and Lacroix's proposal was to exterminate those who remained and bring fresh ones from Africa. And this was the prevailing opinion. And Lacroix was a brave soldier and a highly educated man, and he knew the blacks' leaders personally. And even though the defeat, he wrote in high praise of them and their people, but there is nothing so fierce as the imperialists in the colonies. And finally, those black Haitian laborers and the mulattoes have given us an example to study. And despite the temporary reaction of fascism, the prevailing standards of human liberty and equality are infinitely more advanced and more profound than those current in 1789, and judged relatively by these standards. And the millions of blacks in Africa, and the few of them who are educated, are as much pariahs in the vast prisons as the blacks and mulattoes of San Domingo in the 18th century. They don't want none of us. They didn't want none of the copper-colored people to be able to read, write. They really wanted to kill them all, honestly. They said an educated one is like a pariah. It don't even matter if he is in prison. He's a pariah. Last 2 pages. Now, the imperialists envisage of eternity of African exploitation, and the African is backward, ignorant, and they dream dreams. And if in 1788 anyone had told the Count de Lazarny, the Count de Lazarny, the minister, the Comte de Paner, the Count de Penier, the governor, and General Rochambeau, the soldier, Moreau de Sainte-Marie, the historian, and Barbie de Marbus, the bureaucrat, that the thousand of dumb brutes who were whipped to labor at dawn and whipped back at midnight, who submitted to their mutilations and burnings and other savageries, some of whom were not even more unless they were whipped. If these fine gentlemen had been told that in 3 years the blacks would shake off their chains and face extermination rather than put them on again, they would have thought the speaker mad and wild. If today one were to suggest to any white colonial potentate that among those blacks whom they rule are men so infinitely their superior in ability, energy, range of vision, and tenacity of purpose, that in 100 years' time these whites would be remembered only because of their contact with blacks. And one would get some idea of what the counts, marquises, and the other colonial magnates of the day thought of Jean-Francois, Toussaint, and Regard when the revolt first began. And the blacks of Africa are more advanced, nearer ready than were the slaves of San Domingo. And this is the appeal written by some obscure Rhodesian black in whom burns the fire that burnt in Toussaint Louverture. Listen to this, all of you who live in the country. Think well how they treat us, and to ask for thy land. Do we live in good treatment? No. And therefore, let us ask one another and remember this treatment, because we wish on the day of the 29th April, every person not to go to work. And he who will go to work, and if we see him, it will be a serious case. Sound like somebody going on the Sabbath when they told that boy, if I catch you selling here on the Sabbath, I'm gonna lay hands on you. I'll put one of these across your lip. Know how they cause us to suffer, and they cheat us for money. They arrest us for loafing, and they persecute us and put us in gaol for tax. What reason have we done? And secondly, do you not wish to hear these words? Well, listen, And this year of 1935, if they will not increase us more money, stop paying tax. Do you think they can kill you? No. Let us encourage, surely you will see that God be with us, and see how we suffer with the work and how we are continually reviled and beaten underground. And many brothers of us die for 228. I don't know what that means. 228 6D. 6D is the money, is this money that we should lose our lives for. What was the money? Not a livre, a denier. No. 6D, whatever 6D means. He who cannot read should tell his companion that on the 29th of April not to go to work. And those words do not come from here. They come from the wisers who are far away and unable to encourage us. And that all, hear well. If it is right, let us do so. We are all of the Ninka, the Nakana, Africans, men and women. I am glad. G. Loveway. And such men as Loveway are symbols of the future, and others will arise, and others from the people heaving in action will come the leaders. Not the isolated blacks at Guy's Hospital or the Sorbonne, the dabblers in surrealism or the lawyers, but the quiet recruits in the black police force, the sergeant in the French native army or British police, familiarizing himself with military tactics and strategy, reading a straight pamphlet of Lenin or Trotsky as Toussaint read of Abbe Raynal. And nor will success result in the isolation of Africa. The blacks will demand skilled workmen and teachers, and international socialism will need the products of the free Africa far more than the French bourgeoisie needed slavery and the slave trade. And imperialism vaunts its exploitation of the wealth of Africa for the benefit of the civilization. In reality, from the very nature of the system of production for profit, it strangles the real wealth of the continent, the creative capacity of the African people. And the African faces a long and difficult road, and he will need guidance, but he will tread it fast because he will walk upright. And that was the end of chapter 13. That was the end of chapter 13 of The Black Jacobins, the Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Revolution by C.L.R. James. We'll come back next time and start the appendix. And that'll be it. And then we'll have the book Assassinated, baby. We'll have the book Assassinated after that. The appendix starts on page 391. We got from 391 to 418. We got from 391 to 418 to finish the appendix. From Toussaint Louverture to Fidel Castro. We're going to see what that's talking about. We're going to read the appendix since it seems readable. Man, Dessalines got his shit. Dessalines did his thing. In the end, Dessalines did his thing. Yep. Knocked off all them pink folks. Get your ass out of here. What? You want to bury my people up to the head for the insects to eat them? You want to put powder in our asses and blow us up? Get their ass, Dessalines. That's right. Get their ass. You want to drown us? Burn us? Hang us? Whip us? Get them, Dessalines. All of them had to go. It was too treacherous, man. They was too treacherous. They were too treacherous, and they still treacherous. They still treacherous to this day. They still treacherous. Ain't shit changed, man. Ain't shit changed. It's just a different venue. It's still like the same way they played that political game towards the end with Leclerc and Bonaparte. It's the same way they play in the political game now. It's so many different ways and so many different things that they're doing, so many actions and political actions that they're trying to take under people's noses, and it might come to the same, it might come down to the same point, which is something that they've always been worried about here in America. They've always been worried about what is considered to be a race war, the same way that there was a race, or what they consider to be a race war in Haiti. They've always been scared of those things. They've always been scared of the things that were done to them being, the things that they done to others being done back to them. Yeah, there's definitely a fear of the pink folks. But, regardless of their fears, us copper people have to rearrange our mindsets. We need to burn down the plantations in our mind. We need to burn down the propaganda in our mind. We need to build anew. We need to build anew, and it starts here in your mind first. It starts in your mind first. It starts with you. You. I got to do it for me. You got to do it for you. Man, we got a job to do. Just like Toussaint, Dessalines, Maripus, Regard, Pichon, others, Clairvaux. They had jobs to do. They all had jobs to do. So we got jobs to do. And I got a job to do now, man. I got to get ready and do this workout, this last workout. Ooh, 350 things. I got to push through it. I got to push through it. But I don't want to do it, but I got to push through it. And that's the same thing with the shit in our minds. A lot of people, even when reading these things, you can see it's a lot of the colored people, copper colored people, man, they didn't want to do the things that he did. A lot of people, there was a lot of slaves that were comfortable in the slavery that they were in. They didn't want to leave their slave master, man. They did not want to leave their slave masters. They wanted to keep, the status quo as it was. They was willing to tell on their people. They was willing to fight against their people for their slave master. Hey. We're going to have many of those today still. Many of those are still with us today. Many immigrants, many pink immigrants who came here, long ago. My ancestors came here as immigrants and, took control of certain things by force, by killing, lived in the richness of the spoils that they have taken, had plantations and slaves, and dealt a wicked hand unjustly. It might have to be the same thing Dessalines did. At some point, enough is going to be enough. The same way with Dessalines and Toussaint. Enough was enough. Enough was enough. With all things, even the pink people. Enough will be enough with them. They're having their troubles where they wanna go ahead and they want to uprise, and they want things to change. And even though things are changing, they're not happy with the way things are changing. So even though it ain't got nothing to do with us, but still, they uprising. What did they storm? What they stormed the White House? Not that what it was last year or year before last, something like that. Hey, this shit happening. This shit happening all around the world. Famines, pestilence, destruction, natural disasters, unnatural disasters, coups, tyrannical governments, unjust governments, corrupt governments. These things are happening all around the world. There's insurrections happening all around the world, revolutions happening all around the world. This place is no different. This place is no different. And when it comes to this place, people are going to be amazed. They're going to be amazed. Because it's going to be something they never seen before. It's going to be the shit they see in movies, the shit that they read about in books. Shit they read about in books. But when they get hit in the face with it, ooh wait, a sight to see. Get there. Hey, what it is, man. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. I appreciate all the comments. Even though some of them is cool could chew. But that's how it is, man. You know, people say what they want to say when they on this internet stuff. Just like I'm reading what I want to read on this internet stuff. Some people hate that to see a copper man read. Some people hate that shit, you know. It's the same way, just like they said in just like I just read in the last chapter, what they wanted. They allowed them to read. They wanted to teach them to read, but they didn't want to teach them to write. You know, you can read all you want. Just don't be able to write nothing. Because if they could write, it would make it harder for them to be able to, easier for the slave or easier for the copper people to send messages back and forth. It would be easier for that. It would be easier for the communication to be kept up. But, you know, if they couldn't write, then they really couldn't, they really wouldn't be able to pass the information as easily between each other. But if they could read all type of stuff, and they could push the propaganda, which is what they do. They do now. Yeah, they teach us to read in the schools, but within the teaching of the reading that they teach us, you know, there's propaganda being pushed. Like Christopher Columbus found America, you know, that's propaganda. Thanksgiving, propaganda. Put the real shit out there. How they was killing them folks. That they was doing the same shit in Haiti that they was doing in Haiti. They was doing here in America, you know, to us, to the copper Indians that was here. And we're gonna get into that later too. The Black Indians. We're gonna pick up that book. And I got one more book to read. After we finish this book, I'll read the Africans and French. What is it? Africans in colonial Louisiana. After we read that, then we'll pick up the Black Indians and read about that. So one book at a time, man. One book at a time. One episode at a time. One session at a time. One chapter at a time. One page at a time, man. One paragraph at a time, man. One sentence, one word, here a little and there a little, till we seek and see what treasures we can find. What lies can we expose? What truths can we unearth? Because they want to hide the truths in the book, so we got to sit back and pull them out. Let's dive deep like Jacques Cousteau. And find them sunken treasures, man. Let's find them and bring them up. Look what I got. Look what they tried to hide. Look what they dumped in the ocean from the Smithsonian. Shit, man. But hey, I appreciate it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your people Shiloh out here reading shit, man. We learning shit. We doing shit. We building shit. We gonna grow some shit, man. We gonna be better than we was before. Man, we're going to rearrange our mind frames. That's what we're going to do. We're going to uproot the humbug, the shenanigans, the tomfoolery that we have stuck in our mind, the propaganda, the plantations that is in our minds going to be burnt down. Let's burn it all down. Burn it down in your mind. But it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you alone. You have to do it for yourself. You can't do it for others. Yes, things can be said, but you can't make people change the way they think. You can't make them do it. And not everybody will do it. It's always been that way. You can't change everybody. But if you want to change and you want to be the change, you have to be the change. And if not for you, then the ones that come after you, you know. Like I said, a lot of this shit I do, man, is so my sons can see me be different. They can see me be different. And this is a better example for them. A better example. If this causes them to want to read more, all praises. If this causes them to want to be better and build more and do more things, hunt, fish, all the things that they learned from their father, all praises. Let me be able to leave me an avenger, one that is like unto myself. So when I die, it be as if I didn't. And then my family and my friends and the ones that knew me will say all praises to the Most High. Look at what he did. Look at what he left behind. You just like your daddy. You damn right. Oh. But anyway, let's get this workout in, man. We done worked our body one time. We done worked our mind for sure. We succeeded in finishing off chapter 13. That was the agenda for the day. So we succeeded at that. We succeeded small, and we got to keep pushing and succeed big, man. As long as we have breath to breathe, then you have all you need to succeed. You got all you need to succeed, baby. You got breath to breathe, and you got what you need to succeed. Just like them fighters, man, that fought to the end. It don't matter. The bombs was going off, the cannons was going off, people was dying around them, but they still had breath to breathe. So therefore, they still had what they needed to succeed, and they still fought in a battle with ferocity. Bitch, get your mind right. What they say? Them niggas was making songs about anything and everything. I love it. I love it. Can you feel it? Shit, I'm about to make a song about these jumping jacks. So I'm about to do, hey, get off your fat ass. I'm gonna get off my fat ass, and I'm gonna try to lose this weight, baby. I'm gonna try to lose this plump and get pumped. And get gnarly, like that whoever that was said. Who said that? Who asked me if I was gnarly? Like RYB Pro, get gnarly. Yeah, we got shit to do, man. We got shit to do. We got shit to do. And it starts with you. Yeah, let me do my jumping jacks. Come on, get off your ass. You do yours. I'm gonna do mine. I got 350. I got 350 to do. 100 jumping jacks, 100 of the other things off the floor, 100 with the dumbbells, and then 50 push-ups, 25 up, 25 down, and then I'll be done for the night. And that's gonna be 700 things for the night. 700 things for the night, man. I done boosted my shit up, man. I done went from 500. I done went from 50 to, I think, I want to say 200 to 300. And now I'm at, to 500. Yeah, 500 things. And now I'm at 700 things now. 700 things. And I need it. Believe me, I need it. Oh, man, I need it. I need it. I could tell I needed it tonight. I could tell. But, hey, you ain't going to lose no weight sitting on your ass. Thinking about it. You got to make a move, man. You do 50. Get off your ass. Do 50 things. Whatever it is, don't cheat yourself, man. You know what your body needs. You know what you need. Don't overdo yourself. Start somewhere. You got to start small sometimes. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. Come on. Let's have a revolution in our bodies, baby. Let's start the revolution. Oh, man. I'm going to do my 100. I'm going to do my 100 jumping jacks. And let's get it, man. Oh, man. I don't want to do it. Believe me, I don't want to do it. I get tired of doing this shit sometimes. It is worrisome. It is, especially when I'm tired, man. If I feel tired, man, I don't have the oomph to do it. And it definitely would help if I had me a partner, a tag team partner, who I could push them, they could push me. But you gotta push yourself sometime. Man, you know the signs. You can see when you're getting fat. Get off your fat ass and do something. I feel like I'm getting fat. So I got to get off my fat ass and do something. So here we go, 100 jumping jacks. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, shiznit. Whoo-wee. Definitely bring me back to my army days, man. Definitely make me think about army days. Oh, shit. Let's get it. We gotta keep going, baby. We gotta keep going. Like that boy said, I'm pudgy. I gotta get my pudgy ass up and do something. Whew. Oh, man, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Wait, I feel it. 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Almost there. Whew. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 39, 100 suckers. Oh, I get 100 other ones. It's 200. There's 200 things. It's 200 things. We almost there. We almost there. Keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Whoo-wee, I feel it, baby. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Man, hold up. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Whoo! 61. But I can feel it in my chest, which is where I want to feel it. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. Almost there. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. Ooh-wee. 91. 92. 93. 94. Ooh, I hear that thunder. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. Oh, shit. Whoo. Let's get it. 50 push-ups. 25 up, 25 down, and then we done for the night. 25 up, 25 down, and we'll be done for the night. Whew. Shit. But I feel it in my chest. That's why I want to feel it. Don't get me wrong. That's why I want to feel it. So my chest can grow. But boy, whew. Let's get it. 25 up, 25 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Shit. Oh, yeah, I feel it this time. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25. 25 up, let's go 25 down. 25 down. 25 down. Make me fine, Drill Sergeant. Make me fine. 25 down. 25 down. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 16, oh shit, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Oh, I feel it in my shoulders. Oh, I feel it in my shoulders. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Man. Well, that's my 700 things for the night. Yeah, I did 700 things, baby. 350 for the front, 350 for the end. 700 in total. I hope y'all did something. Whew, fuck. I hope y'all did something. That's one thing they don't want us to see, man. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see us working our bodies and working our minds. Just the same way they didn't want to see the soldiers who was building up their stratagem and how to be able to maneuver within the military forces or even the politics. They did not want to see that. But let them be mad. Let them be mad. Fuck if they see it, man. Better yourself. Better yourself for you and yours. Better yourself for you and yours, especially for you. Better yourself for yourself first and foremost. Be a better you. Be a better you. Push to be a better you. And it's going to be hard at times. Sometimes you got to break a lot of bullshit habits that you done learned over the years, that you done picked up from other people, man. You're going to have to break them things. And sometimes they're hard to break. And you have to build new habits. And sometimes those new habits is hard to build up as well. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you to have the discipline. It's up to you to push yourself. Even when you don't want to do it, man, it's still up to you to push yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to. You have to. It is a must. It is a necessity. You have to push yourself. So let's push ourselves, man. Let's do it. You help me, I'm going to help you. Let's lean on each other. Lean on me when I'm not strong. And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For oh, man. We got to. We got to make us better. Come on, cool out. Oh, it's about to rain down here. That thundering. Oh, it's moving in. Cool air coming in now. I can feel it. Oh, it's about to storm. Hey, but that's episode 27 for the night, baby. Oh, yeah, I got to get rid of that. That's episode 27 for the night. Episode 27, we pushed through part 27. We pushed through chapter 13. We did a wonderful job. We rolled our way through the Sea of Pages, chapter 13 of the Sea of Pages in the Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, the Toussaint Louverture and the San Domingo Revolution. We did that. Now we have left to push through is the appendix. We're going to push through the appendix, and there's going to be another book, the 27th book that'll be assassinated. And I'm going to keep being the destroyer of worlds, since they say the world is going to end since copper people is reading. Hey, let me help end the world with my part, baby. I'm going to help do my part. Call me SHILO, for I have become destroyer of worlds. Hey, man, like I say, like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your people, man, we out here reading shit, learning shit, doing shit, building shit, growing shit. Man, we trying to be better. Shit. We trying to be better. We're not trying. We going to be better. And as long as you have breath to breathe, you have all that you need to succeed, man. Let's keep pushing one day at a time. Shalom, everybody. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Go get y'all some rest, man. They say rest is good for your body, baby. Go get you some rest. Go get you some rest. Or get your ass up and work out some more. Do some more workout. Burn some calories. Burn some fat. Drink you some water. Go eat you some watermelon. Something. Don't eat no candy. Don't eat no sweets. Which I gotta do that shit myself. But hey, easier said than done. Shalom. Catch me on the next go round. We'll come up in the morning or later on today. Where's my book at? Later on today, we'll pick back up with Rising Scripts. What time it is anyway? It's 3:23. Yeah, whenever I get up, we'll hit Rising Scripts. And we'll finish off First Maccabees. We'll finish off First Maccabees in the Apocrypha. We have chapter 15 and 16 left to read, so it shouldn't be no hour read. Maybe about, I don't know, we'll say 10, 20 minutes. Maybe a 20-minute read. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to do that. We're going to finish off First Maccabees and the Apocrypha later on at the next appearing. That's definitely gonna be the next thing I read. Oh man. Oh man. I'm ready to go take all this black shit off. Oh, that black make me hot. But anyway, man, I'm out here. I'm out here. You out here too. Do your best, baby. Till next time, Shalom. Reading with Shalom, man. I'm out. Catch me on the back end. Shalom, everybody. Have a nice night.